What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be all about what a man is offering you or what he brings to the table. You know, a lot of women I meet get so wrapped up into these guys because they've determined that these guys are valuable or they like them. They're either cute or, attractive in some way. They see some quality in them or they imagine some quality in them. Oftentimes, their feelings precede their discoveries. Meaning, they start to catch feelings about a guy before they either discover that he's not the man that they think he is, or that he has nothing to offer them. And by the time that happens, by the time that they actually get him, if they manage to chase him down and get him, they're stuck with someone who takes from their life and has nothing else to give to their life. Before you determine whether a guy is great or handsome, or if you like him, or if you want to be with him, make sure he has something to offer. Make sure he is bringing something to the table. Way too many of these guys are getting off scot-free. They're laying women down. They're going on a couple of dates. They're becoming the person that a woman wants to be with, the apple of her eye or whatever. And then they got a woman hooked and they've never actually offered her anything, emotionally or otherwise. No commitment. They have no resources. Some of them are broke. Some of them are living on their mom's couch or in somebody's basement or couch surfing. I've met way too many women sleeping with guys on couches who appear to be living with another person as a couch surfer. Too many women aren't even making it into a man's bedroom because he's homeless and he's a guest in someone's home and he brings you over and no pictures of him anywhere. Doesn't look like he set the place up. Doesn't really even look like he belongs there. One time I talked to a woman who was sleeping with a guy who was on the couch who couldn't control the dog that was in the home. Like, it wasn't even his dog. Had she done some more due diligence, figured out what he has to offer, she might have discovered sooner than later that that wasn't even his place. He never really even lived there. He was a guest in someone's home, bringing home some ass to tap. And it's not just about homelessness or whether a guy has finances or anything like that. Sometimes a guy doesn't have anything to offer you emotionally. Right? What is he bringing to the table? What does he have to offer? What is he offering, if he's offering anything at all? Too many of y'all talk to a guy, find it fun or entertaining, get some butterflies, and decide that you want him and you care for him or you're falling in love with him. When at no point at all he's offered you an ear, a shoulder to cry on, support, advice, guidance, a friendship even. A lot of these guys are just taking up space, trying to get their things wet. They're not wanting anything more from you. You are a pastime for them. They're not offering you anything. You're the producer, they're the consumer. It doesn't go both ways with them. They can produce nothing for your lives because a lot of times they've produced nothing for their own lives. Sometimes being single too long can cause us to get desperate. So desperate that we stop really observing and measuring the opportunities to date that come in front of us. Sometimes we just need a warm body. Make sure you're not in that state. Make sure you're not just needing a warm body and therefore more susceptible and more vulnerable to accepting just anything that comes at you and anyone who comes at you. I know we get lonely, ladies, but when you pull someone into your life who is not offering you anything or who has nothing to offer, you end up worse than when you started. You end up further back. You end up further away from your goal of happiness, peace, love, joy, and contentment, or maybe even a family. You can waste 2 or 3 months or 2 or 3 years with one of these guys who don't have any aim or purpose for you in their lives, who also don't have anything to offer, or who don't want to offer you anything. I always ask my clients, what is he giving you? What is the thing that you're getting in exchange for all of these emotions, all of this commitment, all of this respect that you have for this person? What exactly are you getting back? What are they intending to give you? What are they purposefully giving you? Right? If you can't identify anything that they're giving you back on purpose, then they don't have anything to offer you. What they might be giving you by default, by accident, by association, or pure presence around you could be something. But again, if it has no intention or aim behind it, they're not giving you anything. You might be getting something, whether that's temporary validation, whether that's the feeling of acceptance for a while, whether that's, again, a warm body, somebody to lay down with, But the things of quality, the things that would sustain a relationship, the things that would help sustain you as a person, even the things that a valuable friend would give you, are they giving you those things? Can you talk to them when you're upset? Do they give a damn about if you're upset? Can you call them when you need something? Do they give a damn if you need something? Can you call them when you're sick? Do they give a damn when you're sick? Can you get love and respect and honor and a relationship from them? Or do they not value those things? Do they not want a relationship while you have all these feelings for them? Too many of y'all are falling in love with your idea of what a man could be if only he wanted to offer you something. If only he wanted a relationship. If only he had more generosity in his heart toward you. One day I'm going to show him I'm valuable. One day I'm going to show him I'm worthy and he's going to love me back. That is rarely the case. So again, if you don't know if you should be talking to a guy, if you don't know if you should stick around, if you're thinking about calling me on the phone, please answer these questions for yourself. Is this person offering anything to me? Do they add anything to my life? Are they a producer or a consumer of my energy, my goodwill, my money, my body? What do they add to me? Am I better off having been with them, having met them, or am I worse off? What is their effect on me? Is it positive or is it negative? A lot of y'all have been strategically validated over time by a guy, right? He pops in and out. He gives you a little bit, just enough that you want to come back. And then he disappears, or he stops talking to you, or he stops answering your text messages or your phone calls, and he comes back over to have sex, and you feel close, you feel connected, and then he disappears again. You realize you're being used, but you don't necessarily know why or how, or if it's permanently, or if he's just determining how he likes you, or if he likes you. This is a way that you can tell. If more often than not you're anxious, if more often than not you're wondering, if more often than not you're slightly uncomfortable or very uncomfortable, if more often than not you have no idea where you stand with the person, then likely they're consuming what you have and giving you very little back or nothing. Just because you like a person and they validate you, in those moments you feel accepted, and in those moments you feel worthy, and in those moments you feel validated, those moments are fleeting. So if for every few days you get a moment where you feel like a real person, a worthy person, and then you have to wait another few days, this person offers you nothing. This person is bringing nothing to the table for you. Your need for validation is intrinsic. Your need for validation starts with you. Some of you have broken inner children. Some of you need a counselor, not a man right now. Some of these guys realize that, so they play with your broken inner child. They give you that strategic validation to get whatever they can get from you. And if you allow it, and you know about it, are you really a victim? A little. But some of this is on you. Make sure when you think about it, when you sit down, when you're really honest with yourself, that a man is bringing something to you on purpose. A man should come with something in hand, metaphorically speaking. Like, here, my support. Here, my help. Here, my love. Here, my true intention. Here, my loyalty. Here, my friendship. What has he offered you? What has he handed you besides his thing? That ain't no favor. And that ain't no asset. And to be quite honest, the way some of you respond to getting it, it's a liability. It's a liability to your mental health. It's a liability to your physical health, because some of y'all don't know where these guys come from. It's a liability to your overall happiness, peace, love, joy, and contentment. And it's a liability to your time, because you waste so much of it chasing these guys that don't have anything else to offer you besides some D. So I say all that to say, please make sure you're getting something back for the time, the energy, and the love that you give these men. Or women. Whoever comes into your life should have a purpose. They should have a purpose you want them to serve, and they should have a purpose that they themselves want to serve. Make sure that purpose is a win-win. Make sure they seek to benefit you as they receive your benefits. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Follow me at KidFick24 on Instagram. I'll get with y'all later.